Hey everybody, this is Brandi-lea from Art and Alchemy. Welcome. Thank you so much for taking a couple of minutes to tune in with me to talk about something that's very near and dear to my own heart and a way that I live my own life. So what I want to talk to you about today is something so simple, yet so very, very, very important, especially for us artists. It is the theme, you live what you prioritize. Yep, that's right. You live what you prioritize. Okay, so sounds true, sounds simple, hugely profound and impacting on your life if you can really get that idea and start to implement it and take action based on that. So, for instance, I'm just getting back from a trip from LA. Hugely revitalizing, really recharging, really tapped into what I want to do next. Kind of gave me a whole new list of things to really focus on and be charged and energized about. I have this amazing feeling coming back, right? So, bam, well, luckily it landed safely, but hit the pace back into the city. And then I start getting calls and emails and obligations and things and tasks. And I have a practice of making lists every morning. This is a way that I organize myself. I clear my mind. It's part of like a meditation practice where I just get it all out on paper and figure out what's really real and I need to do something about and let the rest fall away. I very much recommend making lists, and today I'm going to teach you a little bit more specifically how to utilize that so that it is actually impactful and effective for you. So, have all of these new things to put on my list, and then a whole bunch of old shit that carried over. Obviously, we're human, that happens. And then, some tasks and to-dos and all of that stuff. So what I do first is I just write it all out. So there's a whole fucking running list of things like, Facebook Live, coaching, website revamp, promo my new class with Gil, which is going to be amazing. I want to share with you guys. Talk about the free yoga class I'm going to do once a month, which I can't wait to tell you guys more about too. Research notes, check on bills, look out for financial stuff in the future. Look at this, look at that. Bathe Diamond. Diamond Dog is very dirty at the moment. That actually is a high priority on the list. Clean the house, check on this, research blogs, it goes on, and I have this huge long list of things, okay? So I get it out, and then there's a moment where I can just go, I take a breath, and that feels so much better. But often our to-do list stops there. And then we start trying to scramble to do things and cross them off. That's only partially the way to do it. It's only part of the way done. So, it's like if you were writing a paper or a book or a story or something, it's not about the first vomit of things that you're getting out of your subconscious and your conscious mind. It's really about then going back in and refining and editing. So that's the process I really want you to pay a specific attention to today, is the refining and the editing of those things. So then I recategorize the list and I put the most urgent burning priorities first. So this is the tricky part. This is what usually happens when we work with to-do lists, okay? So this is the dangerous part. It's that we usually then do all of the menial tasks, the little nitpicky shit that's not really about us, but that's for other people. We usually do that stuff first. And then, I'm sure you've discovered this in your own time, just as I have, that stuff adds up to be most of our time. That shit takes up all day for us. So we end up extending our energy outward and doing all the things that should be really at the bottom of the list or spread out little bits each day. We do those things with the majority of our time and our energy. And then the really important things, like working on the things that are going to build your business, working on the things that are about your craft, taking classes that really tap you back into your creative juice, really just reading plays, reading books, watching movies, doing things that are really about the process of research and artistry and refinement for you, or tapping you into feeling centered and creative and remembering what you're on a mission to do. Those things tend to be the things that we're oh, we'll get to that. We have to clear out the way of all this other shit to get there. What I'm here to tell you today is that shit does not work. If you're feeling stuck, Are you feeling like you're overwhelmed and you don't have time to do what you want to do? It's because you're putting that stuff at the very bottom of your list. So you have to revolutionize the way that you're doing your to-do list. Flip it around and put the stuff at the very top that's really about the core of you. Now, some of you are probably in the place right now where you're like, oh shit, okay, that makes sense, but what's at the core of me? What am I trying to do? So we live in a society and a world that it is so much about that external stuff. You know, we're stuck in this idea that we have to go and work and give our energy to someone else to get like an hourly rate so that we can then survive. So we're stuck in this survival mode. So it's kind of like if you had like, you know, a cut or an accident or something, and you have scar tissue grow back over your skin, you start to lose the sensation underneath that. Okay, so like that daily pattern that we're stuck in, that daily survival mode, starts to become the scar tissue over our dreams, over our intuition and our impulses and our connection to ourselves. Okay? So maybe using some practice time with making lists and just kind of sitting and thinking about this, prioritize it so that you can really dig deep, excavate down into that, and figure out what you really care about. What drives you? What do you want to accomplish in your life? I mean, it's really short. Not to be morbid, but you know, you want to like really give yourself the opportunity to connect to yourself and live as fully as possible. So I very much recommend and encourage you to make to-do lists, but start making them in a way where you are really the priority. And let that other shit just fall away. So remember, you are what you prioritize. I'm super excited to hear if anyone has anything to say or any questions about this. Please let me know how I can support you more. I do have a lot of classes and workshops and live one-on-one coaching, which is about to be launched and coming up. So if there's anything that I can do to lend you support or just continue this dialogue with you, I would absolutely love it. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. Have a good week. Bye.